Hey guys, welcome to Crandall Reviews. It's been a while since I've done a Blu-ray pickups video, and in the last month or so I have gotten a ton of stuff, so I thought I'd do a quick video just to show you all the new stuff that I've recently picked up. Starting with two of my favorite shows, I got Silicon Valley Season 2. If you haven't seen Silicon Valley, one of the funniest, smartest shows on TV. The pacing of the plot is amazing, and it's just drop-dead hilarious from the guy who did Beavis and Butthead and Office Space. Along with that, Veep, the complete fourth season. Again, just one of the smartest, funniest shows on TV. Julia Louis-Dreyfus can do absolutely no wrong. Absolutely love her on this. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check this series out ASAP. Gotham, Season 1. It was $15. It had some movie cash on there for Batman vs. Superman. So that wasn't too bad. Decent at the price. I like Season 2 a lot more than this season, but it's nice to own. Classic. Slapshot. Can't believe I didn't have it. Was on sale for $7. Had to get it. Absolutely classic hockey, hilarious comedy. The Hanson brothers and Paul Newman just so good. Absolutely, if you don't own Slapshot, you gotta get it. United 93, Paul Greengrass. I absolutely love this movie. Is intense. It's emotional. Documenting the ill-fated Flight 93 on 9/11. Just an intense movie. It was $4. I had to get it. It's not something you like to watch all the time, but man, these people were super brave, and it really reminds you how special a lot of these people on this flight were. And it's really sad, but it's really well done. Mad Max Fury Road 3D. I already own Mad Max on Steelbook, 2D version. My Best Buy had this priced wrong, so I got it for $4.99. So I had to get it to have the 3D version. Game of Thrones, the complete 5th season. This is the Best Buy Bolton packaging. It kind of annoys me that they changed the sigil slipcovers from season to season, but this does look really nice, really shiny. Definitely worth having, and the season is awesome. I can't wait for the season 6 premiere this weekend. It's going to be epic. Friday the 13th, Part 3 and Part 4, the final chapter, double feature. Got this for cheap. It has now gone out of print, so they're going to be really hard to find soon. Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em 24. This was at the dollar store. I had to get it. It's just got some great hockey plays, classic Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em action on Blu-ray, so you can't go too wrong for $2. My Science Project, an absolute 80s classic. I loved this movie as a kid. It doesn't hold up the same way as something like a Weird Science does, but My Science Project, if you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. It's super funny, it's crazy, and definitely worth the $8 that it cost me. Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused, the Criterion edition. I got this on sale for $14. One of my favorite movies. I love Linklater. I love everything he does. Everybody Wants Some is in theaters right now, the spiritual sequel to this, and it is amazing. Just a lot of fun to watch, and I'm glad to have the Criterion version of this that's got a better transfer than the Universal one that I've already owned. Ace Ventura 1 and 2, 2-pack. Again, this has gone out of print, so it's going to be harder to find from here on out. It was $14, so I thought, I might as well finally pick it up. The first one's a classic. Second one, not so much. Speaking of comedy classics, also picked up UHF, the Shout Factory release of Weird Al's absolutely amazing 80s parody movie. Amazing performance by Michael Richards. So many awesome bits in UHF. I'm so glad to have it on high def. It's never looked as good as it does now. Shout Factory really put some good special features on here, and I just love that they always give you the other artwork that you can use for the inside so that you have both. So really nice slipcover, hilarious movie that I absolutely love. Another movie I really enjoyed, The Final Girls. I reviewed it on the channel here when I saw it at TIFF Midnight Madness. Really just a funny, meta horror comedy. Really funny, really smart observations about the horror genre. If you're a fan of horror and you haven't seen The Final Girls, you gotta check it out. Another really smart, funny movie, Noah Baumbach's While We're Young. Adam Driver, Ben Stiller are amazing in this movie. Really funny. Charles Grodin, Naomi Watts. If you want to see something smart, witty, but yet a little bit goofy, this is a good one for you. The Crow, Turns out I didn't own it on Blu-ray. I was surprised that I didn't already have it. It was $5.99, so it was a no-brainer. To Live and Die in L.A., William Friedkin, who did one of my favorite movies ever, The French Connection. This is another really gritty, dark 80s sort of crime movie. It's been harder for me to find, so I saw it at a store at a bargain bin for $4 and had to get it. I picked up Comic Book the Movie at the dollar store. This is a Mark Hamill directed movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to get around to watching it and checking that out. Van Damme, Hard Target, the John Woo classic with the most ridiculous mullet of all time. And of course, that patented roundhouse kick for $7. It was a no-brainer. Sudden Death, great cheesy flick that I absolutely love. So stupid, but it's hockey and it's Van Damme. How can you go wrong? Inglourious Bastards Steelbook. Now, this isn't the expensive Future Shop one that I used to own, but I picked this up for $8, and I just love this movie, and I think the Steelbook is cool with the debossing, so I had to pick it up. The Walking Dead Season 5. Got this used for $15. Not the worst season of Walking Dead, not the best, but it's got some really solid episodes. I recently decided to join the Disney Movie Club because they had some exclusive Blu-rays you couldn't get anywhere else. So I picked up Escape to Witch Mountain and Return from Witch Mountain, which are both movies I grew up watching on TV on The Wonderful World of Disney. So I'm glad to have them in my collection. They were definitely worth the sign-up fee. I also picked up Herbie Rides Again and The Love Bug before Lindsay Lohan ruined the Herbie franchise. These were two classics that I used to like to watch over and over again as a kid, so I'm glad to have them in nice high-definition Blu-ray. The other one I picked up as my entrance selection was the creepy Return to Oz on Blu-ray. One of the weirdest kids movies ever, that it's totally not for kids. I really enjoy it though now as an adult. The Wheelers are still freaky as hell, but this was one that I really wanted to pick up, and you can only get it through Disney Movie Club, not available in stores. I also picked up John Carpenter's Christine, one of the only Carpenter movies I don't have on Blu-ray, so I'm trying to round out my John Carpenter collection. I also, for $4, picked up Billy Madison, which I realized I didn't have. So stupid, so funny, but definitely an Adam Sandler classic when Sandler used to be amazing. The To-Do List, starring Aubrey Plaza, Bill Hader. Gross out comedy that's really stupid, but is kind of sweet and has some really funny moments. Android Cop, starring Michael J. White. I love this dude in Black Dynamite, and he's real badass. And this sounds horrible, and it's an asylum movie. I'm sure it wasn't worth the $2 that it cost, but I'm going to find out. Backdraft. Picked this up cheap. Kurt Russell, Ron Howard. Great movie. Really entertaining. Haven't seen it in a long time. Can't wait to watch it again. Predestination. The Sparrow Brothers, who did Undead, that I thought was really good. Made a really smart, weird time travel movie. It's not exactly what you'd think it is, and it sort of benefits from rewatches because it is twisty and turny and a little bit hard to follow, but I really liked it and I'm glad to own it. And then finally, to end this, an absolute Canadian classic that has to be in your collection if you live in Canada. Strange Brew, eh? Take off, hoser. So I'm so glad this is finally on Blu-ray. It's a movie that I watch like once a year at least. Infinitely quotable, infinitely rewatchable, super stupid, but so dang good. So those are my latest Blu-ray pickups. Let me know what you got lately. Hit the comments, like the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe.